Everybody loves getting donuts. What's happening? It's Erik J. Olson. I am here in Miami, Florida for day 3 of a Grant Cardone conference. And it just so happens, I didn't plan this, but it just so happens that the Cardone Enterprises office is 1 block away from the hotel. Kevin and I were going to dinner the first night that we were here, and I'm like, wow, that's it right there. I didn't realize that. Now, we know a few people that work there because every single week we have a coaching call with Calvin Marshall every Thursday at 8:30 a.m. and he works out of that building. So, we right away were coordinating with him. Hey, we want to meet up with you. Well, today was the day. So, instead of just showing up and being like, hey, how's it going? We wanted to do something a little bit different, a little bit special. And so we got an Uber to Dunkin' Donuts and we got 4 dozen donuts. It was only $25, by the way. Like, donuts apparently are pretty cheap when you buy them in bulk here in Miami. And we Ubered back to his office, and right away, like, he wasn't actually in the office at the time. He was he was walking back from running an errand. And so we chit-chatted with the receptionist. We chit-chatted with someone else that came in the lobby, and they're like, oh, you got donuts. And guess what? We got some attention. And they know who we are now. And because of the donuts, Calvin's like, well, I got to walk them back to the kitchen. If you guys haven't been here yet, let me walk you through the whole place. So he gave us a personal guided tour of the whole building. Now, this is a building that you probably can't get into. Like, if you don't have a relationship with them, especially, you won't get past the receptionist. We may not have gotten the full tour if we hadn't brought donuts. So, people appreciate it. It costs $25 and maybe even $25 in Ubering to the Dunkin' Donuts and back, but it was totally worth it. It brought some attention to us. It made us a little bit memorable, and it gave us something to talk about. There's another experience that I've had in the past. When I was a Navy contractor, I used to have to, every morning I would park in the parking lot outside of the base, and I'd have to walk through a guard stand. Like, there was a guard stand where traffic went in and out with the gate, and these guards had machine guns, and you had to have a badge. And if I had to bring like a visitor in, like someone else that worked for the company that didn't work on base and have a badge, like, it was a problem, and they would not let that person through. But I worked there every single day, so I had a badge. But they didn't talk to me. They didn't care who I was. I just went in, did my job, and I left. Well, one day I decided to bring muffins. I went to Price Club. I went to Price Club, Costco, and I bought like a dozen muffins for my team. And I brought them through, and I'm like, hey, guards, you want a muffin? And there were 2 guards there. They each took a muffin, and they were like, yeah, man, that's awesome. Thanks so much, bud. And guess what? From that day forward, every single time I walked in or out of the base and went through that checkpoint, they would call me out as the Muffin Man. From then on, I was the Muffin Man. I was their boy. And guess what? The next time I had to bring someone on base that didn't have a pass, they were like, hey, this is a friend of the Muffin Man. Come on through. It was unexpected. I didn't realize that I was going to get some kind of like preferential treatment. It was a freaking muffin. But guess what? It had a big impact. So, yeah, you can call me the Muffin Man if I can get my people. By the way, if I got to get people in and out of the base now, then not a problem. They're with Muffin Man. And it worked. And so, I encourage like my team now, when we do things like launch a website for a new client, if we can't go deliver donuts in person, send it to them through Takeout Taxi, right? Show them that you care just by doing something small. Send $20 of donuts and maybe like one of those big box carafes or whatever they're called of coffee.
Hey there, it's Erik J. Olson. I wanted to let you know about my book, $1 Million Journey, How to Launch a 7-Figure Business. This is the story of what it took for me to go from freelancer with no clients, no employees, no revenue, to growing a $1 million business. It took me 8 years, and I made a lot of mistakes. And all of those mistakes, and more importantly, lessons learned, are in this book. And we have chapter takeaways, 5 to 15 takeaways that you can apply right now to your business. Check it out on Amazon, $1 Million Journey by me, Erik J. Olson.
It will have an impact. It doesn't even cost you that much. It's just the thought that counts, and people appreciate it. and it goes a long, long way. So look, if you're trying to get some attention to further your business, you want to establish a better relationship with the company, with the person, send over a box of donuts. It's freaking magical.